Hey, it's me, new face on this channel, T-Tube, here with the latest and maybe not greatest installment in the Sonic series, Sonic Origins. Before we start, expect me to do more Sonic-related stuff in the future. But anyway, back to Sonic Origins. I'm going to be splitting up this video into a bit of different sections, one for each game, and a general overview of the collection as a whole at the end. So at this point, the game has been out for about a month. So it's kind of old news, just like everything else we cover on this channel, being that we're constantly late, but nonetheless, let's start off. So before we even get into any of the games, let's first talk about the menus, the islands, if you will. You've got islands for each of the games, along with one for mission mode, and the story mode, another one for the museum. The story mode just takes you through the games, generic type thing. The mission mode is something you can do to just get coins if you want to, although you could just use debug mode and place tons of coin monitors. The museum lets you view artwork, music, and cutscenes, again, generic type stuff, with the premium collection that you gotta use coins to unlock the aspects of. Also, each game has a boss rush mode where, you guessed it, allows you to play through different bosses, for as far as I know, 0 rewards. Exciting. Now that that part is all over, let's get into the games themselves. Now first we've got Sonic 1, the original. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this game, being that it was the first game. It's kind of its own little thing without any special gimmicks, because there were none to add. Kinda short, honestly, and probably one of the easiest hard special stages for a Sonic game. Only 6 Chaos Emeralds, and I'm fairly sure Super Sonic was in this one, though I'm not sure. Anyway, this was a good Sonic game in my opinion. Can't say much else, being that it's the first. Sonic CD, one of the classics. I remember playing the mobile port of this game. Fun times. Anyway, time travel. This honestly is one of my favorite retro Sonic games, beaten only by Sonic Mania. It's got a cool gimmick, time travel, pretty much the basis of the game. It's got a pretty good soundtrack, which makes sense since they've got 4 different songs for each of the zones, not even counting the other region soundtrack. The special stages here being the hardest. The catch the UFOs were a living nightmare before we could even just try it, but they did do good stuff. The time stones. Once you collected all 7, it basically ensured a good ending. You don't even have to break the generators that you normally would to get the ending without the stones. So they're really helpful, because once you get them, the game goes by really quickly, so you're not constantly searching for those generators. And a really good final boss, which I consider the Metal Sonic race to be. Not in that deep head of death looking thing, but no. Metal Sonic was the true final boss in my opinion. And speaking of opinions, this game is my favorite out of the Sonic Origins collection. Well, this one was interesting. Some nice zones, better music, and not that many different gameplay mechanics. Talking about Sonic 2. Probably the hardest special stage out of the whole collection. I hate collecting those dang rings. Other than that, I really don't have much to say other than the lack of rings on the Death Egg zone making life really annoying, but hey, all the more challenge. Another nice mechanic is that it was the first game in the collection to have the Sonic and Tails character combination, as long as the Sonic and Knuckles character combination. Ironic being that both of these character combinations get introduced in the next game I'm talking about. And speaking of perfect segues, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. A combination of the two, just like those old cartridges. Honestly, this is my second favorite game in the collection, being that it has a ton of memorable stages, great music, depending whether you're using mods or not, and some really nice gameplay mechanics. Like the jump shield thing, where you press the jump button midair and you get a nice frame of invincibility. The elemental shields, which do different things. One of the best features, though, is the different character paths. Sonic and Knuckles have different character paths, like in each zone, depending on which character you play as, but Tails has the same path as Sonic. But this is probably my second favorite because it has so many stages, a different theme for each zone, like music. One of the best and memorable special stages, the Blue Spheres mode, and there are 2 other special stages you can get that don't give you any Chaos Emeralds, but they're still good for getting rings in the game. But this is kind of relevant to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but the Blue Spheres game mode makes its return here, with the old version and a new one, which has some new spheres which do cool things, such as the teleporting purple sphere, or the green sphere which you have to collect twice to make it red. And honestly, that sums up my review of Sonic Origins. Should you get it if you're a Sonic fan? Sure. Is it as good as Mania? Not even close. Mania's peak 2D Sonic. Is the DLC worth it? Honestly, not really unless you want to spend 5 minutes zooming in on all the islands looking at everything. Or, alternatively, watch a gameplay video at no extra cost. If you do get the game for PC, I highly recommend you mod it just because there are some games that give it that, there are some mods that give it that little extra authenticity of the classics, like adding in the old Sonic music. But honestly, that's gonna do it for me for now. So I don't think I'm legally obligated to tell you to subscribe or anything. So I won't. See you next time.